So authentic to me is being all these different things, but not all at once. So how do I balance myself being authentic and honoring all these different facets of me? Depends on when these facets come out in which
that we women, we have immediately this intuition when something starts going in a direction that it shouldn't be. But instead of trusting it and acting on it, dismiss this feeling instead of to act on the feeling. Welcome to the Alchemy of Success Coffee Break.
I'm Pedro, and this is your podcast for business, personal, and consciousness expansion.
And I'm Anna, and today in our coffee break, I'm going to interview Pedro around one topic that is very important if you're in a committed relationship or you are willing to go into a committed relationship and you're the kind of person who is like very social, very outgoing. So how to be able to keep your authenticity in interaction with people in every different areas, and yet to be also on the other side very present in your energy that you're in a committed relationship, and to show the respect and the commitment that you as a person have towards your partner. So to respect their feeling, to respect their needs and boundaries. So Pedro, so happy to interview on this topic, especially when I know how long you are with your wife together on the one side, and the other side, as you express it by yourself, you're kind of this of like social butterfly. So kind of a person that really fast connect with people, doesn't matter which areas of life. And for me, it's very interesting. First, maybe if you can a little, so for our listener to be able to connect with you, to express a little, who is Pedro? What is kind of this authentic Pedro? What are the traits of you, and what does it mean to be a social butterfly?
Okay. So let's talk about exactly what is authenticity. Sorry. So we need to define what that is, because otherwise it's going to confuse people. To me, and how I see myself, and once again, I'm sharing how I see myself and what it means to me. Authenticity is really being authentic to about who you are. But who you are has many different facets. For example, me, I love to dance, I love to party, okay? I love to talk to people. I love to hold space for people. I love to listen, be a really good listener. I'm very physical in the sense that, when I have a friend, I love to hug my friends. Okay. I'm physical in that sense, but I'm also a business person. I'm also a very direct individual. I could be very serious when I need to be serious, but I could also be empathetic. So authentic to me is being all these different things, but not all at once. So how do I balance myself being authentic and honoring all these different facets of me? Depends on when these facets come out in which situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a social person. Take me to a party. I'm going to give you an example right now. If you want to, I'll give you an example right now. I go to a party, any party, by the way. Those that know me know this is true. I go to a party. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be one of the very earliest people to get up on the dance floor and start dancing. I love dancing. I love music. It just gets me to that right vibe. And it doesn't matter if it's a company party, if it's a party with my family, my friends. I just love to move and just feel the music and let it vibe, right? So I go ahead and do that, okay? But who do I come with? I come with my wife, of course. We're together. But as soon as we come in, they see, I'm telling you right now what the people have told us. They see that there is a strong connection between us two. Even if you didn't know that she was my wife, say you never met her, you never met me, you see there's something strong between us two. Because the way we hold each other's hands, the way we're next to each other, and just the energy that we portray. And it's nothing that we have to think about. It's something that we just naturally do. Okay. But it's something that just naturally happens. We walk in together. They see that there's something there clearly. Okay. Even if you don't know us. And the interaction is very honest because when I'm in with my wife, I'm me. I'm all aspects of me. Okay. But the very loving side obviously comes out first with her. So people see that. So now, like I said, I'm one of the first people to get up on the dance floor. I could be dancing with my wife, having fun. Then she gets a little tired. Babe, I'm kind of tired. Why don't you keep, she knows how much energy I have. So go ahead and go ahead. She doesn't care if I ask other women to dance because she knows how much I love to dance. So now I'm in a situation where complete stranger, I don't know you. Let's role play right now, Anna. I never met you. Okay. I'm having fun. I'm dancing. My wife is tired. Like, cool. You already saw that. Oh, he's already probably dancing with his partner, looks like, right? Like, okay. So now you're already seeing that. But now I'm going to go and ask you, hey, you want to dance? Right? And you either say yes or no. Say you say yes. So we start dancing. And we're just having fun. And the energy that I'm portraying is having fun. Not too close, but just having fun, being enjoying, being like a kid, letting yourself vibe. Okay. So now I'm being the social person that I am, that it's natural to me. Now let's make it a little bit more difficult. Say the person is interested and gets a little closer than maybe feeling a little too like really, really connected. Then I go, oh, that's amazing. I start dancing, stepping back. So as I'm dancing, they get really close. I start dancing like, and I make a move out of it. I literally do this.
So you create a space,
of course, I create a space, a physical space. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to tell you how to create the energetic space. So now, doesn't get the signal, keeps getting closer. I just turn her around, right? And then I go, hey, oh yeah, I love dancing. Yeah, my wife loves dancing too, but she's just resting, So I bring the topic to my wife. So in case they don't know who that person is, I make sure that they know who that person is now. Oh yeah, my wife is sitting there. And it's just casually, I bring it into the conversation because I'm creating the boundary saying, hey, I'm married in a very nice way. I'm married, I'm enjoying my time dancing with you, but we're just dancing. Okay. And my wife is over there and I love my wife. And now I'm expressing, oh yeah. And then we talk about, oh yeah, that's your wife. Oh, amazing. That's the way that conversation just naturally flows. So I'm being authentic to myself. I'm expressing, I'm dancing, I'm having fun, but I'm also being authentic of that. I know who I love. I know where my north is too. So I'm also respecting my wife, my spouse as well. So when there is a line that potentially could be crossed, not that it has been crossed, but potentially could be crossed, I make sure I put little filters out there, little feelers out there. Hey, giving you a little bit of the information they didn't know. Here's a little bit more information that you didn't know. Okay. But I'm just dancing. So I did the physical separation. I do the energetic separation. And now I do the verbal separation. And I've gotten so good at this because it doesn't happen all the time, of course not. I'm not saying I'm a GQ looking guy, but when it does happen, I make sure that I do it in the most loving, gentle way too. And they get it. And women, the other partner, if I'm dancing with you, you'll get it. And you'll respect it, but it will not stop you from having fun too now. Because now people perceive me, the other person perceives me as being safe. Oh, he's married. He clearly is thinking about his wife already. Right? He's in love with his wife. Clearly, he has strong feelings towards his wife. So, okay, now I could just relax. Like I could just relax because I know maybe nothing's going to happen. Or I could just relax because if I'm the one asking you out to dance, right, then I know he's not after basically my pants, right? Mm-hmm. So now there's more comfort. What happens when there's more comfort? There's more joy. There's more joy. Now you're like, oh, this dude is fun. So, that's the way it goes. So, and this just happens. And I even do it at corporate events. I love to dance, love to engage, right? But I always keep the physical separation, the energy separation, okay? And then the verbal. So that's what I just naturally do. So So hopefully that helps
So
how I
can I
navigate
assume?
myself through it.
Okay, can I
Sure.
assume? Can I assume that when you, so because you mentioned also corporate events, that when
Hmm.
maybe not on every corporate event is your wife present, so that you kind of naturally do it in a similar way, even if the people don't see you with physically
Hmm.
with somebody
Hmm.
entering the room, right? So
Yep.
it's like you're
So
still holding this energy of your relationship with you, or how?
yeah, of course. And even when she's not there, because a lot of corporate events, your spouses are not invited. They're not. So even if
Exactly.
she's not there, it doesn't matter because the energy I portray is the energy that I'm just here to have fun, but not beyond that. That's the energy I portray.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as I feel something's getting a little too close, I shift. I don't just say, oh, stay, and they start. No, I don't do that. Start hugging them when random strangers. I don't do that. That's not me. I hug my friends, but,
Yeah.
or my family, but not random strangers. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Okay, it
Hmm.
sounded like your wife is pretty fine with this, but
Hmm.
let we say we have somebody as a couple where the person is kind of this social butterfly, as you express it, but the partner on the other side doesn't like this, so kind of try to like stop it. Maybe it's jealousy, maybe it's insecurity, name it like you want it. What would be the advice how this trustworthy relationship that you have between your wife and you can be also created in this other relationship? So, or would you say the person should just shut down this side of them in order to stay committed to the relationship, or
No,
what would be? Okay.
absolutely not. So the first thing is, let's be real with each other. There is no trustworthy relationship if the person's already becoming jealous. That's
Okay.
the definition of jealousy: is you don't trust the other person.
Mm-hmm.
You're constantly getting a reaction out of it. So we always say this: first step is self awareness. Be real with yourself. Are you really trusting? Do you really trust your partner? Because if you did, then you would trust that they will make the right conscious decision not to take it any further.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be real with that, right? That's what I would tell the person that's struggling with having this social butterfly partner is, if you're not trusting, then okay, that's step one. Realize that that's what's happening. Step two is talk about it. Tell them, hey, listen, I don't feel it bothers me, but I'm going to tell you why it bothers me, and let them explain it to you. Now I'm the social butterfly. Now they're explaining it to me why it's bothering me. Okay, why it's bothering them. Then find out if there's some legitimacy, or is it some old reason that this old trauma because of past relationships that they're projecting on you. So that's why it's important
Mm-hmm.
for them to tell you why they don't trust you. Because maybe what they're
Mm-hmm.
seeing is not reality. It's their old trauma being projected on you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So now once that's clear, when you know, okay, it's not old trauma, it is something that I'm physically doing, or the energy I'm putting out. So meaning now the shift, the focus is no longer about that person, the jealous person. Now it's really more about, hey, I trust you. Like I would say, baby, I trust you, but you're kind of doing this to their arms all the time. You're doing this, and then you're most men, if you're a woman, most men would take that the wrong way. You're basically saying it's okay to get really touchy and feely with me. So where's your boundaries with that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, so it's more about understanding, okay, what can you do to stay within yourself, be natural, okay? And if you are this person that just loves to do that and cannot stop because that's who you are, fine. But when it comes to the point where the person that, say you're a woman and there's a man approaching you, now getting aggressive with you because he's really interested, okay, very forthcoming, then it is up to you, the woman that did this and started doing this and started doing it, for you to create that boundary at that point in time. If your man sees that
Mm-hmm.
consistently, you're doing that, then the energy, then the brand will obviously separate because they go, okay, I have no chance. I have no chance. Slowly we'll separate. You don't think they're going to see that? And they see it consistently enough, you don't think that will allow them to build trust? Because I know she will make the conscious decisions to say no and stop it before anything begins.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to be you, but at some point you also have to be responsible and also be respectful to your relationship. Don't put them in that situation, you know. So that's
And
what I would say.
okay, and if we find out that is projection on the person based on
Okay.
previous experiences, what could be a solution? Because you clearly said, you know, if this is your authentic self and you know how to put your boundaries in, you know how to, you know, interact. Of course, everybody needs to create also the self-awareness and double check that if somebody else is doing this to me, how would I also proceed it, and to see maybe that I unconsciously cross boundaries or create this kind of feeling. What would be a good solution so this projection kind of stopped?
Okay. So if you realize, so excellent. So that's the other flip of it, right?
Exactly.
So if you find out it is projection, this is what I mean by finding out. So I'm still the jealous person. I'm the jealous guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the jealous guy. And then you're asking me, well, what am I doing? You're making me think, basically. What did you see that's making you jealous? And then you, because you know what you did, you're conscious about it. And you basically tell him, no, I didn't do what you thought I did. I actually didn't do that. And didn't you notice that he actually kind of stepped away, or I did this, or basically you give him the reality what actually happened. And then you ask him the question. If you don't know this already, you might know this already, you may don't. But by the way, have you had this feelings of jealousy and stuff in the past relationships as well? And then if he could go, no, I never did that. You know, I've never felt that way, you know, putting up his chest real high. And like, okay, so you're telling me that what I did, you never saw another woman that you were with do that as well, or never made you feel uncomfortable the way you feel uncomfortable right now. So you're making him think, and you're making him talk. Because if the more you talk, eventually, they call it the Freudian slip, eventually the real truth comes out. And it could be a word or two, might not be an entire sentence or paragraph, but the truth will come out. But now you have to be the active listener. Because you're his partner, right? You have to be the active listener. And when you hear that word, 2 words, or entire sentence, then you go, hey, by the way, I just heard you say blah, blah, blah. What's really going on? So now it becomes from a jealousy, angry, blah, 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 to more like, whoa, what the hell is happening? Holy crap! It becomes from a tense situation to more like, holy crap! My partner. If you're my partner, right? You're the female. Now you're holding space for me. You completely flip that situation around in its head, 360. Okay. It is really difficult to continue to be jealous and angry if now I'm feeling being heard. Holy crap! You know, it's kind of hard to be angry when you feel like you feel kind of
somebody's holding
comforted.
Space and
yeah.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so now I have a little other challenging situation. So we're talking about, you know, the kind of person. So, for example, I'm a woman and having a lot of business interaction, communication. Okay, but I'm also kind of this very light-hearted, joyful person, you know, and how I also experience that you also have this light and joyful personality in you. Okay, so the challenge that I have sometimes, for example, in business relationships are, okay, how to navigate a communication consciously, especially when it's, you know, the other gender involved, that I can still like have this light-hearted version of me. So like, you know, but not creating any, how to say it, any feeling of like, oh, we can become friends, not even above. It's like okay, what is your advice or your experience especially in the business related communication, how to create also, and this doesn't matter whether you are in a relationship or not. This is more about not willing to kind of send the wrong signals, in an area that can create after that unnecessary tensions, or maybe allow the people to cross boundaries that you're not willing to be crossed.
Sure. Tap into yourself. We go back to authenticity now. What is the authentic business version of Annie? Who is she? How does she conduct herself in a business setting? So if you're not in a relationship or in a relationship, but you're in a business gathering and it's not a party, you're there to meet people and connect people because that's your business, then what's the business setting of Annie? Yes, you can have fun. You could dance. You could do this. But in the end, when you feel, this it really, you have to be responsible for your intuition, right? So meaning if you feel something's off, like they're getting a little too close, bring the business Annie in front. Because that's also a part of you. That's also a part of you. Because that's also the valuable part of you, because the business side of things is the one that's thinking about, okay, how do I help this person fulfill their goals, their business goals, based on my assets that I have and my skill sets? So then you can make that shift gradually and easily. But you need to be conscious about it, that there's a business side of me, if that's what it leads the transaction to a business side. Or there's a very self-respecting side of me that says, listen, I'm not interested in you, buddy. Cool. Nice dance. Very cool. I'm not interested in you.
It's not just about dance. It's just about like interaction, communication,
That's even easier.
Yeah.
Because there's no physical movement. So I'll give you the most difficult one. The most difficult one is, how do you dance? You dance, there's proximity in dancing. So that's even more difficult than just a regular business conversation.
Yeah.
Do you agree? Do you agree?
Definitely.
Okay. So now, sorry. So I misunderstood you. So now let's go that I'm standing, basically. I'm standing at a cocktail bar, or I'm standing at a table and I'm talking to an associate, and we're just being, chummy and chatting and all that stuff. But if you're a cocktail and it's a business setting, the person that comes forward, yes, you get to be fun, but you also have a very business mindset before you even get into the place. It's just be you. That's still being authentic, because you're still there for an intention. What's your intention to be that event? What's your intention? Is it your intention to network? And what does networking do? It gives me opportunities. What does the opportunities do? It provides connection, business from both sides. There's supply and demand. So you see how your mindset's already changing? So you still get to be fun. You still get to show your personality. But in the end, business is business. So you will see it as a business transaction and nothing more than that. But you will put that energy out there as a business transaction. So we're not here to go and go clubbing and hang out on the weekends. We're here to just talk about, hey, do you like me as a person? Am I comfortable with, because you're also doing the same thing. You have to do the same thing. You're assessing the personality, because you want to work people that you get along with. You don't want to be working with people that you don't respect. Am I right?
Definitely. So the energy, the frequency kind of need to match. Exactly. So that means the mindset need to be kind of like matching. Doesn't mean to be the same, but kind of matching to come along. So of course you tap into the energy of the person. But I have sometimes the experience or the feeling is that, and I had also some conversation with some business connection men, that they share that, maybe you can say it's right or wrong, that for men, sometimes if they're not emotionally intelligent to read the right energy, sometimes they mix somebody who is nice in a business setting, they interpret it. So they see it, their perception is, instead of, okay, it's a person who is just, nice and fun in a just firm business setting. And they're kind of, reading it maybe can be more then, I can start
Okay.
crossing boundaries.
So this is my advice in that situation. Okay. You take the most critical step in that setting that we're talking about. You're having drinks
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, right? The most critical step is as soon as something feels off, you put the boundary right there. Here's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And it will answer the question you just asked me. Because if you do it three moves, three topics down the line, you already lost the ability to tell these guys, listen, I am not whatever is going on in your mind. It's not going to happen, but I'm doing it as soon as you get that feeling and you keep at it and at it. And then you will get tired of it because now you've done consciously, you put the boundary there and you reaffirmed it. If that he's not getting it then, whether he's emotionally mature or not, who cares? Now you get to have your thing, which is walking away. That's not a guy you want to do business with anyway. Because he can't
And
get it.
exactly
Am I right?
that's definitely. And I think one topic, and I also learned this once when I was doing Krav Maga workshop for women, that we women, we have immediately this intuition when something start going in a direction that it shouldn't be. But instead of trusting it and acting on it, so not to become the bitch, so to say, you know, uh, because we feel it immediately, but we think, oh, no, it's maybe just we're just making it up, so we kind of like, dismiss this feeling instead of to act on the feeling. So that means the advice you are giving is the moment you have the feeling to really trust
Act
this
on it
feeling, that is
and
like
act on
that,
it.
really
Yes,
act.
yes.
So you doesn't need to say, hey, I have the feeling, blah, 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 but kind of like your physical movement by dancing, the same way kind of in either switching topics or
Yeah.
like putting something that immediately brings back into the business context.
Mm-hmm.
So cutting it without directly saying, hey, I have this feeling or whatever, but kind of like shifting the energy.
And the way you do that, it's more tips. And
Very
the way
good.
you do that is say the conversation is getting a little too chummy. That's
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest clues. Not only the energy, but also the conversation is changing. It's getting more personal. As soon as you feel that, you sense that, you go directly to the purpose of the reason you're there. Oh, by the way, who do you know? Well, what is the thing that you're looking for? What is the things that I can help you from a business perspective? You switch the conversation. You change it immediately because they will
It's
know.
very time. Exactly. So now you're just giving me the confirmation again, Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. You're
Yeah.
beating them down with the fact that, bro, my energy is telling you no. My mouth is telling you no. My ideas is telling you no. And if they don't listen to any of that, you do what's right for yourself. Damn it. Respect yourself and go walk away. You don't want to deal with that dude anyway. If it's getting, to the point where it's aggressive, walk away, and just do that. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. But just know the different cues and trust your intuition. Trust your intuition because you're every human being, by the way, is very intuitive, but some more than most because we practice on our intuition. So just trust it. And when you feel it, you have to take action. You have to immediately take action because otherwise you're already setting up the crap for them to continue thinking and it's building up in their mind and their energy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could get closer. Oh, I could get closer and closer. And then you only take action when it's really bad. And you don't want to get to that stage when it's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
there's a difference between being, like you said, bitchy and strong. It's a big difference. Being strong is knowing who the hell you are and that you're projecting that energy and that consciousness of who you are and your self-worth. I think we spoke about this in the last topic. Your self-worth needs to come out. And it needs to be strong. That no. Listen, this is not going to go down the path that you think is going to go down the path, buddy. that's not being that's not being bitchy. That's being just a strong, independent, strong-headed woman. And those women command respect.
Or
And
men. Could be
Or
the
men.
same way
Or men.
around. You know,
Make a
it could
man
be the same way around where the man needs to
respect.
stand his ground and to say, "Hey, listen,
So
I'm
be strong.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah." So just to summarize it again, so that means being authentic self doesn't mean that you need to express all the traits in all the different situation, but it's kind, like you said, there is like the business Pedro, and there is like the party Pedro, and there is like whatever, you know, the coach one, you know, like the all this kind of stuff. But yet to always kind of, I'll put it this way, that I don't know whether everybody can relate with this, but to hold always the energy of your relationship with you in every situation where kind of a challenging situation can occur that could be kind of a threat for the relationship, you know, so where something can be misinterpreted. So that means to know on a physical, on a verbal, and also on an energetic level how to, you know, hold the space and have like the you come in a committed relationship to be always with you in the different settings. When something feels off, to be able to act or to respond with a proper way of like setting boundaries, putting the right, you know, like area of conversation or interaction, and cutting everything that could be seen as a harm for your relationship.
Correct.
But the basic is always the trust. So that means it starts always first with creating this trustworthy relationship and understanding if the trust is not there, what is the problem? You know, and either the problem can be work on it, or if the problem, for example, is in the other part and they're not willing to work on it, but more trying to suppress your authentic self, even if you are aware how to navigate it, then of course, maybe the last step would be to kind of walk away out of this relationship, because the most valuable relationship is towards us, right?
Exactly. Respect yourself if you want to be respected by others.
Thank you so much. Thank you for these valuable lessons, social butterfly. Thank you for you listening and watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Click on one of the videos below and don't forget to like and subscribe.